Ọraneze ndị Igbo ekene m unu. Anyị ekene Igbo, kene oru, kene ikwu, kene ibe. Anyị na-ekene onye ọbụla n'afa Chukwu na aja anụ. We are welcoming you, be it morning, afternoon, night, depending on your time zone. We're saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Dwayne Chinedum, and this is Ezeoku Podcast. Today, it is important that we remind ourselves of the importance of considering global politics and political crisis as it unfolds surrounding us. Mind you, today is 28th of January 2025, and I also want to use this medium to congratulate His Excellency President Donald Trump for his successful inauguration into office. I must say that there is a breath of fresh air in Washington and White House, to be precise. It feels good to have His Excellency President Donald Trump in White House again, as have been proven, and rightfully so, with the current executive order that have been going on in the past few days within the past few days in office. You've just had its days in office, and we've seen the tremendous change that have taken place. We've seen a lot that have unfolded within the past few days. You've signed an order that stated unequivocally clear that America only recognizes two gender, which is male and female. So it is very, very important we deliberate on all of this, and we are trying to seize this opportunity to call on His Excellency President Donald Trump to consider swinging into action the complete decolonization of Africa and West Africa, to be precise, because he made mention of it during his first tenure, that he spoke extensively on the importance of Africa being totally free from the colonial oligarchy, the colonial powers, the colonial influence, that Africa needs to experience real change, freedom and independence, not what we have on paper. So we are saying that His Excellency President Donald Trump, that while he's making these orders and policies, principles on how to reform America and make America great again, going back to the ideologies and core values of the founding fathers of this great nation, that he should also understand that what is good for Americans is also good for Africans. Given the fact that there have been immediate deportation across all corners, deportation of illegal migrants in USA, and we know that a lot of Africans will be deported as well. But we are asking that he also swing into action what he said in his past tenure concerning decolonizing Africa, that this will do us a lot good, that this will go a long way into helping Africa. While we are experiencing a tremendous change in the political scheme of the United States of America, it's important that we understand the handwriting on the wall. It is important that we understand because when you are looking at most of these happenings, most of us will come across them and read them like just news without deliberating and understand what is actually going on. Because His Excellency President Donald Trump is actually sending a message to the world. He's actually passing a message, because look at what is happening. Look at the executive order. Look at what is happening. Look at the principles, the policies that have come to play in these few days. But we want to dwell on a very specific something, because in this very specific thing, it embodies everything that we're going to discuss today on this podcast. It embodies every expository that you're going to make, both local and international. His Excellency President Donald Trump ordered for a declassification of documents regarding the assassination of President John Kennedy. And part of CIA report shows that in 1962 that the USA planned the assassination and murdering of its own citizen in order to justify the invasion of Cuba. Because that is exactly how it needs to be said. For US, listen, I don't know if we are speaking. I don't know if we are speaking out of tune, but we want to explain this thing in a way you will understand. Because in this singular news alone, it embodies everything that we are going to discuss. Both what is happening to us as a black race in this singular news. That Trump made that in as far back as 1962, that the US, the powers that be in the US, this is as you want to dissect this thing for you so that you understand, because we don't want you to come across these things that you won't get anything, you won't make anything out of it. Because it is when you make something out of it, it will inform you on how to stand on the truth and make critical decision that will better our country. If not, the world will fall into chaos. Imagine imagine the power that be deciding to murder its own citizen just to justify an attack on Cuba, just to justify going to war with Cuba. Imagine USA. Just I want you while you are pondering on this thing, I want you to imagine the United States of America assassinating its own citizen just to justify the invasion of Cuba. That tells you all you need to know. For some of the ignorant Africans that may be thinking, hey, America is going to come and save you. You thinking that the Western world is going to come, the Western power is going to come and save you. You don't know that this power that be have sworn an oath to make sure that they complete the Luciferian agenda, depopulizing humanity. We must say it's the way it is. You will be there. You don't want to stand up and do the needful to earn a better living, to get a better society, to question the status quo. You are hoping that America is going to come and say, the America that the powers that be in America that were ready to murder its own citizen. I want you to reason it or ponder over it. According to the report, President John Kennedy refused, but the military decided that they are going to proceed with this plan. And soon after that, President John Kennedy was murdered, was assassinated, because he refused to carry on the agenda of this power-drunken men and women that have continued to do the bidding of Lucifer. Their counterparts in Africa are not left behind. We are coming in a jiffy, in just a jiffy. We will come to their counterparts in Africa. That's why I told you that this news embodying everything that is happening to us as a people. It embodies everything you need to just this singular act. Like I told you before, His Excellency President Donald Trump is trying to pass a message. And it is important that you as a US citizen, as an American, you have to understand what Trump is saying. We've made this, this is Ezioku Podcast and I'm Dwayne Chinedum. I've made calls in time past and I will continue to make. The important of getting a double for His Excellency President Donald Trump must listen and listen very carefully. Donald Trump must have a double. It is important. We are appealing to White House. We are appealing to whoever it may concern, the American citizens, that it is imperative that Donald Trump has a double. Donald Trump is trying to tell you that if the powers that be could assassinate President John Kennedy, that tells you all you need to know. And mind you, during his there's an assassination on his life during the last during his campaign in the last general election. What else do you need to know? Why is it that most of you don't want? Why is it that most of you are not seeing the handwriting on the wall? Why is it that most of us are not seeing the handwriting on the wall? President Donald Trump is trying to make it unequivocally clear that his life is at risk. You may think we are joking, you know, because now black person the talker now is a black person that is making this expository, and you think that we are playing. You think that you will be taking this things for granted. But it is important that His Excellency President Donald Trump has a double. President Donald Trump is sending a code message that is, because even within his cabinet, even within the Republican, even within his very cabinet, we've been seeing the appointment that have been made so far. We've been following what is like. Even there are men and women that have hell bent on carrying out the Luciferian agenda. This is the truth, and we must make it known. This is the truth, and we must make it known. It is important. It is important that the American people understand what is going on. It is important that you understand what is going on. His Excellency President Donald Trump, we must, as a matter of fact, stand shoulder to shoulder with him. Everything will be deployed in order to bring him down. But at the end of the day, the will of Chukwu Kabiam must prevail. At the end of the day, the will of that is why we are appealing to the consciousness of the American citizens to understand what is going on. And we are also calling on His Excellency President Donald Trump to, please, His Excellency, you should consider looking into decolonizing Africa. Because as you are deporting many African migrants back to Africa, you are sending them into graveyard, into their death. Because African is a shame to humanity. Until Africa is free of Western and colonial influence, we can never be able to obtain our full potentials. In as much as we know that it is left for Africa to stand up and take their destiny in their hand, because even the USA, the USA is the country that has in their foreign policy that in as much as there exists that Africa is a place to harness its mineral resources and a place to experiment their power and chemical weapons. These are facts that we are telling. It is within USA secret policy that they are going to milk our African mineral resources in as much as I'm just trying to so that you know that it falls on you as an African to liberate yourself. We must stand up and question the status quo. But we are calling on President Donald Trump to, for the sake of black vote, for the sake of black communities that voted, for the sake of black community that stood shoulder to shoulder with him in difficult times, that he should consider decolonizing Africa so that we can be so that the artificial borders across all borders in Africa will be decolonized, so that we can be able to truly govern ourselves. Look at what is happening in the sub-Saharan Africa. His Excellency President Vladimir Putin, the Russian government have continued to support the total emancipation of the African people, the like of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. They are free from their France influence, and they are doing good today. They are now, as we speak, they are now producing their own food. They have cut ties with any Western influence. They are producing their own food. They are mining their gold. They are in charge of their destiny. And we've seen the tremendous change that have taken place. That is why today you see that CFA is much valuable than Naira. That is why today CFA is much valuable than Naira. CFA past Naira. And they have even said that they are going to part way with CFA, because CFA is still from France government, that they are going to develop their own currency in no distance time. The Russian government, this is through the help of Russian diplomatically and military support. We are asking the government of His Excellency President Donald Trump to follow suit. You've spoken about it during his first tenure. You should follow suit. Because African is nowhere. I pity for African. The power that be in African, there's no one better thing for African people. This power that be, they don't imagine what men and women have decided to do in the USA, have been doing in the USA. Because because of the global conflict in the world, the USA are complicit to it. We must say the truth. We must say the truth, not minding. We must continue to unequivocally say the truth. That's why this is Ezioku Podcast. Look at what is happening in Africa. If US citizen is willing to murder, if the powers that be in USA are willing to assassinate and murder its own citizen, look at what is going on in Africa. My goodness me. You see the way organ harvesting is a lucrative business. Look at what Peter B said the other day. That there are more Yahoo boys in the government than you have in the streets. You see the way organ harvesting is a lucrative business in the political scheme of all the African countries. With exception of none. The same way terrorism is a lucrative business within the political scheme of Nigerian and most African countries. But Nigeria, to be precise, because we must say the truth, we must say it the way it is. You see, the Nigerian government, they are using some section of the Nigerian government are using more especially the North. They are using terrorism as a lucrative business to get aid from international communities to loot the country dry, because they have no debate. They lack the metaphor to run a civilized nation. The only debate the only thing that they can, the only topic with the only debate where they can get now terrorism. That is why they are sponsoring terrorism across board. It has been confirmed, because we may be saying that this is not something that we are making up. We are pointing you to happenings, to news that is going on, for you to be seeing what is happening. Look at Sheikh Gumi. Sheikh Gumi. I'm placing his excellency the vice president of Nigeria, Shetima. We know very well that Sheikh Gumi is your right man. Sheikh Gumi. People should go and Google Sheikh Gumi. Because when you come across this news, you won't understand what is going on. Most of us is not able to decipher this code to understand what is going on. Sheikh Gumi is advising the Southeast governors to go into terrorism. I am telling you facts. The news is there in the open. Sheikh Gumi is calling on the Eastern governors to arm Igbo youths that they should arm Igbo youths to fight IPOB and ESN. That is what Sheikh Gumi is saying. By implication, what does it mean that is advising Southeast governors to go into terrorism, to sponsor terrorism in Southeast? We must say we are trying to explain all this because these are news that most of you have decided to be sheepish to us. These are news that most of us are not understanding. When we say that we are a people that have been mapped out for extinction, our people don't understand them. Because we are not understanding what is going on. Our people don't, seriously, our people know, we say, it is like content, so they do, say, we are trying to educate our people, both our people in the political, in the governmental, in the political scheme, our elites, and you as a citizen, for you to understand what is going on. Sheikh Gumi is, they have tried, it is on our phone, they have tried this thing in time past. That is the same way they armed, that is the same way they sponsored Simon Ekpa and his so-called group. Do you think that Simon Ekpa is not do you think that they are not sponsored by the government? That is the same way they sponsored Simon Ekpa to be terrorizing and committing men with his boys in Southeast. At the end of the day, that we are pointed to ESN. Why? You will be asking the question, who are this IPOB and who are ESN? IPOB, the truth is that we've been on research from our findings. IPOB is the average Igbo person. An average Southeast person is an IPOB. You are trying to instigate violence. You are trying to ask the government to arm a fraction of people to commit mayhem, to carry out pogrom against its own people. That is what an incisive commentary from Sheikh Gumi. And today nobody is saying anything. And today, most of our people are not understanding it. Everybody, their aim is to, I don't know, if you look at the way they are trying, to demonize and bastardize and destroy IPOB, you will be wondering, what is the offense of that? Because this have been my question. What is the offense of the people of the East? Because when they are telling you IPOB, what are they saying in essence? The Igbo people. That is what they want to kill Igbo people. That is what it just mean. Because IPOB is by implication, is exactly an average Igbo person. But most of them, consciously, every Igbo person is an IPOB person. You are asking the government to arm Igbo youth to fight against IPOB. You will be wondering, what is the offense of IPOB? Mind you, Southeast is the most peaceful region in Nigeria. According to their own report, said the Southeast region is the most peaceful region in Nigeria. Yet they will, you know, they see now they are sponsoring terror. They are planning everything humanly possible to sponsor terror in Southeast. After the arrest of Simon, are you seeing they see where they see people kill army again, or the rate of these things happening, the killing of military personnel and the rest of them have reduced. Yet these people no hungry. They are still trying to do everything to tarnish the image of IPOB. Because the truth is that IPOB is a peaceful organization that, like, they have continues to prove unequivocally, time unnumbered. That is just the truth. We are coming to very dark man that was yapping. We are coming to very dark man. But we want to state the obvious. We want to let I talk out in the matter that just like when they are talking about Igbo person. You see people, some our brothers in the south region, our brothers in the southern part of the old eastern region. You said that they are not Igbo. How someone they see Calabar person as Igbo? How someone they see you as an Ijaw person as Igbo? Na Nyamru then they call all of us. We are people that have been mapped out for extinction. We are a people that is mapped out for an extinction. Because it will shock you to know that part of the agreement, but listen, part of the we are making most of this expository are things that are that are classified information, but we are making it known in this very platform. Because part of the agreement that the North and the West signed that brought about this present regime is the complete Islamization of Nigeria. The total Islamization of Nigeria was part of the agreement that brought about the present government. That is why you see today there are many Boko Haram in the West, even ISWAP, and the same thing is their plan with the East. Yeah, we are just, yeah, I just know we are, because that is why these people are trying everything to bring chaos in our land. That is why today you see there's a video making round, there's a video circulating. The DSS director in Imo State asking the DSS members to go after ESM members and IPOB. People that have done nothing to you, and nobody is talking. IPOB, are they the criminals that are they the people kidnapping? Are they the criminals that are doing? Are they? Why IPOB? Why is it every time you are trying to give the dog a bad name in order to kill it? Why are you, when they are talking about Igbo people? They are talking about you as an Igbo person. They are hell-bent on making sure that they destroy our people. And most of us are looking sheepishly as if we don't know what is happening. Most of us are like we don't understand the handwriting on the wall. That is why today, very dark man, look at very dark man, saying that Jesus Christ of that, they are doing everything to paint our people black. I want to ask very dark man a very important question. What are your on what ground are you saying that IPOB are on what ground are you saying that IPOB are terrorizing this Southeast? How can we terrorize our own self, our own place? Do you think that we have any other place to call home? Do you think that we have any other place to go? Are you blind that you can't see the revamp in economy and development that is going on are you blind? On what ground are you saying that IPOB are terrorizing Southeast? That is what we are asking the general public. Maybe it is because the Nigerian government, ironically, the Nigerian government have designated IPOB a terrorist group. I want you to be able to decipher the code, to connect the dots. The Nigerian government have declared IPOB a terrorist group since November 2017. And IPOB have been questioning that order. On what ground? There is a court order waiting for hearing. Since 2017, the Nigerian government have been running. They have never want to. The courts do not want to hear the appeal of IPOB questioning the terrorist tag on the Igbo people. The court have been running. The documents are there. The Nigerian government have been running to, even in their own court, come and prove that IPOB is a terrorist group. But they just want, even the US government, the EU, the British government have time unnumbered declared that IPOB is not a terrorist group, that they are a peaceful organization. But yet, these people want to demonize and destroy our people. Some of us are not understanding the hydrogen on the world. Rather, we are helping them. We are trying to help them to carry out the Luciferian agenda, the Luciferian work. As a political pundit, it's very important we state this obvious. We point our people to what is happening. What politics or no about how it's unfolding. Look at the Afanifere. The Western leaders are giving Boko Haram order to leave their land because Boko Haram have surrounded the West. There is a truth. There is a plan, a order of a complete Islamization of Nigeria. We must say things the way it is. Listen to this, see this somewhere they tell you go things in a play. But it go they happen for you. That is why they are even using most of the influencers to propagate lie and hate speech. To bastardize the image of IPOB, to propagate evil agenda against Igbo people. Because very dark man, you think what? On what ground are you saying that the IPOB are terrorizing the eastern region? That this very government that you've seen have not visited the east for the past how many years? A region that is the most peaceful region in Africa, the most peaceful region in Nigeria. You are trying to tell the world that these people are terrorists, that they're terrorizing themselves. On what ground? How? Yet, a grand conspiracy to destroy and demonize our people. Sheikh Gumi is calling the government to arm Igbo youth to fight Igbos. to arm our men, to kill our fathers and our mothers, our brothers and our siblings. And mind you, in Kaduna, the government of Kaduna are entering into peace treaty, peace talk with terrorists, confirmed terrorists, the real core terrorists. The government of the North are going into peace talk with them, and Sheikh Gumi is their spokesperson. It is there in the public. time unnumbered, even Nasser Erufai, even the president government have been going into peace talk, giving them money to further procure and acquire ammunition to perfect their Islamization agenda. You want us to, you want you thank God na no Nigeria na echi no na atu ebe ga esi nwuru gi. You cannot, our people are not understanding the handwriting on the wall. I am ready to them I can share button to so share this thing, tell a friend to tell a friend, because if we must be free from this hegemonious tendency, we must all be able to stand up and say enough is enough. We must all be able to stand up and place the need of our future above the need of the stomach. Then go give you money, you go the yap rubbish as a content creator, say your name be very dark man. That IPOB are you okay? You think that IPOB are terrorists? Nigerian government. I don't want to go into. I don't want to allow my emotions to overcloud my sense of reasoning. That's why I'm trying to logically deconstruct the garbage of this imbecilic, very dark man. You are saying that IPOB, you think IPOB is a terrorist group, and Nigerian government have not been able to find any fault against Nnamdi Kanu, even in their own jurisdiction, in their own judiciary. That is why today article is saying that the judiciary have been bastardized. Article is saying today, article have confirmed what we've been telling you since how many years. Go to our previous podcast. Article is reminding Nigeria of what we have been saying, that these people are people that the judiciary have been bastardized. Go and look at the news. When you my annoyance be saying, most of us come across this news, you know, go understand what they go on. Even in this bastardized judiciary, even in this compromised and corrupt judiciary, they are not able to finding Nnamdi Kanu guilty. And you still have the temerity, the effrontery to say that IPOB is a terror, is fomenting terror or disturbing peace and absolute tranquility in the southeast region. It is a pure lie and garbage. It is. We are trying to let the world that this is their global plot to carry out another genocide on Igbo people, because that is what this is Ezioku podcast, and by extension the entire Nigeria. Because if you didn't say no concern you, one day you go reach your domot. One day you go reach your domot. One day you go reach your domot. Do you know that these people? I want the world to understand what is. I want everybody to understand what is going on. Do you know that Boko Haram, they have not been categorized the terrorist group in Nigeria? That Nigeria, there is no court order anywhere in Nigeria to proscribe Boko Haram a terrorist group. And by the way, Boko Haram have continued to commit pogrom, killing people in the north. Even in this 2025. Today is January 28th. Boko Haram, just 3 days ago, Boko Haram we are committing mayhem in the north, killing people, but there have not been any court order designating Boko Haram a terrorist group in Nigeria. Rather, most of them have been accommodated and rehabilitated into Nigerian army. Most of them are the part that be the northern governors are going into peace talk with them, begging them, giving them money, begging them. But their counterparts in the east are busy setting up a bubago, setting up Agune Chamber, setting up different local vigilante groups to kill their youths, arrest their people, commit kidnapping. Listen, we are not saying that we are not. Listen to me. This is we must be objective. We are not saying that we are not saying that the effort of arresting kidnappers and insecurity it is not good. What we are saying is that our people should be on a know. The like of His Excellency Governor Charles Soludo is a very vast in knowledge and understanding. Our people should know that the best way to tackle most of this thing is engaging the youth, providing employment and jobs to engage the youth, because an idle body is a devil's workshop. Not setting up one vigilante to the other to stop youth from taking drugs, stop kidnapping, build industries, provide job for the youths. That is the best way. Let's stop, unless the governors of the southeastern governors are trying to tell us that systematically that they have decided to go into terrorism as a lucrative business, because allegedly it has been proven that most of this vigilante group that is being set up are complicit to the crime going on in Southeast in one way or the other. It has been proven. The news is there for everybody to see that most of this vigilante group are accomplices to crime and insecurity happening in Southeast. This is Ezioku Podcast, and we must say the truth. We must say it the way it is. It is important our government. When they created most of this security outfits, they will tell you that it is in alliance with what their counterparts in the West have done with Amoteku. And one will be asking, was Amateku, one will be asking, what is the basic need, essence of the creation of Amateku is to counter Fulani herdsmen and terrorists that are in the bushes and in the villages of Yoruba people. Or do you think that there is no kidnapping going on in the West? Do you think that there is no insecurity going on in the West? But the Yoruba leaders have set up Amoteku to tackle Fulani hegemonious tendency. But our own be say, our people will be killed. Fulani herdsmen will kill our people. There will be no response. There will be no response from the governor or the security apparatus. But you are clever to create. We have chosen, or we have chosen to create a security outfit that will be arresting our people, arresting a kidnapper, which is very good. But this is the duty of the police to do. This is the duty of the police to do. This is the police responsibility. Police is already there to carry out these responsibilities. Our people, our governors should look. Our governors should look inward. We should look inside. We should be conscientious. We should look at what is going on. Our governors should not be pretending that like they are not seeing the agenda and the plot for total Islamization of Nigeria. What we are doing is they are using us to kill us. They are using us to kill IPOB, kill ESN, do this. People that have not done anything, that have not committed any crime whatsoever. I want you, as you are pondering on this, as you are watching me, I want you to be thinking, why is it that these people, I want you to think that, why is it that the Nigerian government want to destroy IPOB and ESM, but yet they have not been able to find Nnamdi Kanu guilty, even in their own court of law. Secondly, why is the Nigerian government running on the court case, hearing on the court hearing regarding the prescription of IPOB, to find the ground on what basis did they prescribe IPOB a terrorist group? The government have been running for the past 6 years, 6 to 5 years, or 5 to 6 years. Go and water that our people have been mapped out for extinction. You understand there the handwriting on the wall. Our governors are married that Bikonu. Our governors Kayenayo. Our governors Kayenayo. Now the Kwame set up all these vigilante group set the is bomba. But in most cases, it has been alleged that this security apparatus are complicit to the crime going on in Southeast. That we want people to look into creation of job and infrastructures, bringing more industries. Because if there is job, these people, our youth will not see any reason if our youth are properly engaged, there will be no time for drugs, to do drugs. Please. I don't know if we've said enough. I don't know if we've said enough. And we must report on this day that we must extend our condolence to the horrible incident in South Korea, where the plane crash in South Korea, where we are hearing that more than 176 people have lost their life in the plane crash. We must send our condolence to these people. We must send our condolence to these people. I don't want to say much. I don't want to say much because my head just message things plenty. But our people no one understand. We no one mercy for ourselves. Our people no one mercy for ourselves. No one understand the truth. Go come back. It's time we must stand up. The Nigerian people, we must stand up. We must stand up to take our destiny by ourselves, to say no to these evil powers that have been terrorizing and impoverishing us as a people. Let's keep our tribal and religious differences aside and come together. They look at what's happened. Some Hausa people, they want to mob Buhari the other day in the north. Our leaders should know that there is hunger in the land. Our leaders should know that the people are suffering, and this can lead to cannibalism. It is getting to a time that them themselves will not even be saved. Let's all stand up and build a better country. We've said it in time past that we can all peacefully coexist. The North can easily implement their Sharia. Once Nigeria is returned to a regional government, once Nigeria is returned to that is the key. The North can implement their Sharia if the West that want to play their allegiance to the Caliphate. It is left for them. The South, the Eastern region can go about with their Biafra, even in this same Nigeria, because we see that the British government the British and the colonial powers want to milk us. They want to hold grip to our resources. They want to milk us dry. That's why they don't want to let go of this their company called Nigeria. A graveyard of talent, a country that is corrupt beyond recognition. An average Nigeria is corrupt. That's why Nigeria is unsalvageable, because an average Nigeria is corrupt. And it is high time we do away with this corrupt mindset and be patriotic for once and do the needful. And do the needful. We have to revolt. There must be, there must be revolution. We have to revolt. And we are saying, we are proposing the very first of its kind, the revolution that have not been seen anywhere in the world before. Social media revolution. Internet revolution. Let's revolt online. An online revolution. How can we do this? By boycotting the 2027 general election. Listen to me very carefully. It is very important. We will use the potency of social media to protest online. Since when you come out to protest in the streets of Lagos, in the street of Nigeria, you will be killed and nothing will happen. We have to use the power of social media, your Twitter, your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, your FaceTime, your Snapchat. We must go on extensive campaign for up to 5 years or 1 decade. From now, we're telling you that we are not protesting. From now, this is 2025, January 28th. We must start now protesting, telling online, saying that we are not interested in the 2027 general election. Reason because we have to renegotiate this country. If they ask you why do you want to renegotiate the country, you tell them 2 things. Because one thing, that the political structure, or one thing, just one thing, because the political structure of this country is built on a faulty foundation. Politics is a game of number, and the British government the British government manipulated the census of Nigeria. Listen to me. The British government manipulated the census of this country, Nigeria, telling you that the North is the most populous ethnic nationality in Nigeria. It's a big lie. You hear it and they tell you it is a big lie, and it is a lie we want to correct. Secondly, the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria is faulty. And more especially, it is single-handedly written by one man. The people of Nigeria, we are saying that one man cannot chart our future for us. One man cannot decide what is happening in the life of over 200 million people. It has not been done anywhere in the world, and our case can never be different. This is the reason why we are boycotting the 2027 general election. Nothing else, nothing more. Keep your easy, foolish person, keep your religious and tribal bigotry one place. What we are seeking is to build a better Nigeria that will be returned to a regional government where the North will be allowed to implement their Sharia, govern themselves the way they want to govern it. Where we can be able to respect the shares in our diversity. Not every time we'll be yapping about share. The territorial integrity of Nigeria cannot be negotiated because of the shares in our diversity. Whereas we don't want to negotiate, we don't want to respect the shares in our diversity. We've said enough. We believe that a word is enough for a wise. We believe that a word is enough for a while, because for Africa to be able to build a civilization, that humanity must be proud of, then we must question the status quo. We must revolt. There must be a revolution. And anybody telling you that we are going to get our revolution on the political stem, the like of Showrays and co, they are deceiving you. They are lying and deceiving you. They are lying and deceiving you. Look at what is going on. ISIS, Boko Haram terrorists are already in the West. They are in the Southeast, so if you don't know. They are in the South. They are everywhere. For the total is that this is one day most of these things will be coming out. This is a declassified information that I'm giving. Now me they give you take it to the bank. Our people will have to wake up. They win.